Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over just a quick cleaning of your AR or AR pistol once you go to the range. You don't want to bring it home with grime and everything in it. Or if you do, just clean it when you get home. But I like to clean mine up or at least wipe it down a little bit before I put it in my bag and bring it home. Just gives me peace of mind. I'm just like that. Also, at the end of the video, I'd like to show you the four parts of the bore snake to use. A lot of people ask me, how in the hell do you use this thing? What do you put on it? So we'll go over that too. So stay tuned and we'll get to cleaning the AR. All right, guys, so here we are. You got your AR, you just got off the range, you want to clean this bad boy up. So the first thing I like to do is look it over, make sure, nothing damaged, nothing happened to it during firing. But to get to the cleaning, the first thing you want to do is you got to remove the lower receiver and the upper receiver, right? They come apart. So what you have here, if you notice here and over here, there are two push pins. So you'll have one on each side on the inside here. And what you want to do is just push those through to the other side. So you're going to push. Once you get them pushed, you come back around and you're going to pull it, each one. Now sometimes, guys, these can be a little tricky, right? They get stuck, so you might need a little something to push them on through. But once you get them pulled all the way out, you can now separate your upper and lower receiver. So I'll set my upper down, and with the lower, not much to a basic cleaning of it. So basically, like I said, you want to look it over, make sure nothing was damaged, nothing harmed. So you're going to wipe down your gas tube, your trigger housing in here, maybe inside your mag well, right? Just wipe it down. Once in a while, I'll take a small Q-tip with just a dab of whatever cleaner or lube is your choice, and I'll take the Q-tip and go over a little bit. Take a cloth, cleaning pads, what have you, and just wipe that down, okay? Set that aside. I've come over a little more work with your upper. So with your upper, same thing. I take a little pad, drop of oil, and I might lift my sights, um, clean around them a little bit, and the front here. But the main part is in here, okay? So what you got to do first, you got to get your BCG or your bolt carrier group and your charging handle out of here. So you're going to pull back on your charging handle, grab your bolt carrier group, set that down, and then get your charging handle out. So with the inside of this, where you want to focus is your gas tube that's down in there, and your breech, and all in here, okay? So it's best to have the long Q-tips that you can put a little bit of your whatever cleaning solvent you choose to get in there and wipe that all down, okay? So with all that said, that's basically about it. But it's a little more than you're thinking. It gets pretty dirty in there from the powder and everything. So you want to clean that real good. You set that aside. Same thing with your charging handle, just a small Q-tip or even a cleaning pad, and just wipe it down a little bit. Your bolt carrier group, same thing. Just take a little bit, take a rag. You can take a Q-tip to get in some of these little spots if you want, where the firing pin is and everything. Now later in another video, we'll do a complete disassembly of the bolt carrier group. Um, Whatever you're using for your rails on the front here, we'll take all that apart and do a deep thorough cleaning. But for now, it's just a small cleaning to get it home. So you'll wipe all that down. Once you're done, it's time to reassemble your weapon. But first, I did remember, I want to show you the bore snake here. So here is your bore snake. So you'll notice on the end, you have a brass tip. Now that is the weight, right? This end is going to go in first. So with the weight of it, you're going to take this. You're going to take your lower receiver. You're going to drop that weight down in there. Get everything down, because that weight is going to help pull it through. So there you go. So once it comes out, all you're going to do is pull it all the way through. And you're going to do this twice, okay? And I'm going to explain to you now the reasons why you're going to go through that twice. Okay, guys, we're back. And what we're going to do is show you the four parts here to your bore snake, okay? Now, if you notice, this is the end you want to put through first with the brass weight on it. So that way it pulls right down, and then you can just pull on that to get the rest of it through. Now, one thing on the end of your brass weight here, you'll notice if you look at it close, it'll tell you what caliber this is for, okay? So be it a 223-556, if it's for a 30-06, whatever, a 22. So that way you're not using the wrong bore snake on the wrong rifle and get it jammed in there and hard to get out. So as I was saying, you got 4 parts here to it. Your first part is where you're going to put your cleaning solvent, okay? And that's right here. That's your first part. It's right on the end, okay, here. So you're going to take a little bit of whatever cleaner you want and put some on there, rub it in a little bit, okay? Next is your brush. And if you take your fingers and feel where the brush is, it's actually like a brush. It's bristly, okay? It's a little rough. And that's going to go in there and that's going to help loosen up anything that's in, stuck in your barrel. So the next part here, all of this down to about here is for drying. Okay. So that's going to dry up all that lubricant, the cleaning you put in there. That's going to help dry that out. So what I like to do then is take it and run that through. Okay. And once that's through, then I go through a second time. Now this time, I don't put anything on the front, okay? I leave it. Then you still got your brush. It's going to work. It's going to dry. But then the second time what I do is the very end here is for your oil, okay? So that way it leaves your barrel lubricated inside and nice, okay? So it functions good for you. So again, you got your 4 parts. So at your front, you got where you're going to put your cleaner, your solvent. Then you're going to have your brush here. Then it's going to go through all this so it dries it. And some people like to do it in one shot and then put the oil on, just run it through. I like to do it twice. I do that, run it through, and then I put my oil on the end here and run it through a second time. But that choice, that's up to you. Either way is good depending on how many rounds you put through. I just like being a little more thorough with it. So guys, that's all I have for you right now. So stay tuned. We'll have more stuff coming up for you on the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being here, guys. Take care.